I'm live. What is up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Wednesday edition of GDP Live for December 2nd, 2020. I'm Pat George. I'm your host. Thanks so much for joining here on YouTube, and anybody that's going to be joining here on at Baby Mermaids on IG Live. Join in there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 5 or 11 to 5. Hold on a second. 11 to 1. I was making a joke on IG Live earlier about how I was 5 minutes late as usual. So around 11:05 till 1:59ish. Sometimes yesterday we went a little bit late. We got talking the last stream, Monday stream. We went a little bit live because we were talking about. I did a story on an animal near and dear to my farts, the orca. And there was a weird headline that I read that I wanted to go over the story. It was basically about a Native American tribe that was attempting to use a law that was made to protect Native American artifacts to protect a whale or to free a whale from captivity. And then it got us talking about a whole conversation about whales in captivity. And instead of it being Pat versus animals in captivity, you know what I'm saying? So, we had a couple people pounding off. John was pounding off a little bit in the comments on Monday, and it was a really good show. Honestly, the last half hour or so really heated up as far as talking about animals in captivity and stuff. And that's always a thing that I love talking about is animals and stuff like that. But other things I love talking about are the shows that you can watch here on Baby Mermaids. If you are a fan of this at all, please hit like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Get the notifications every time we go live. You'll see when we drop new episodes of Proper Ebonics, Falls Count Anywhere. Falls Count Anywhere comes out every Monday mornings. Usually depending on how late I am. Sorry, guys. How's it going, John? Love you, buddy. I also, my wife is here in the chat as well. She is also at a district meeting, so downstairs. So we're zooming at the same time. If there is any lag or anything like that, I do apologize, but I think we should be pretty good. John says my sweater looks like I got it from a Native American that shares the spirit of a moose. Right? This is a very Karen's here. What's going on? Oh, we're popping off here in the comments. IG Live at Baby Mermaids Productions. You can ask to join anytime you'd like. Audio only on the YouTube video, which is the only video that I save. Once the stream is over, I do delete the IG video. So if you want to pop off in the comments, pop fucking off in the comments, and it'll be a lot of fun. You can say things about what I'm wearing, my surroundings in the background and whatnot. Kevin Brocious is here. Everybody's here to learn about animals. We talked about animals, like I said, at the end of the show on Monday. Check that out on the playlist, the Gross Domesticated Podcast playlist. I also gave a little helpful hint. Sorry, excuse me. I gave a little helpful hint on how to deal with bill collectors that you don't. Again, a friend of mine. This is weird that I say friend because what we do to each other, but we. Anywhere we go, like where there's a way you can fill out like for more information about this, or like to win a car at the mall, like you ever see the car in the mall and you like have the box, you fill out the form. He always puts my information. I always put his information. We put down our phone number, our email, everything. So like I am constantly getting spam calls from everybody. And usually if I don't have your number saved, I don't answer the call. So usually that's the case, but these guys, whoever he just recently put me on, because they're all 727 numbers. I know it's him because it's all like area codes near him. So like I know that these calls are not just the normal like regular bill collectors. These are new bill collectors. So like so so a lot of times I'll get, and these guys, like I had 6 calls within like a half an hour or so of me talking to my wife. And I so the next time they called again, and when I did, I was just like, you just don't call here. Like I just have to give them some way, and I just use a method called slamming your phone on something loud near you. So I did that, and I had to edit out the part. I wanted to make sure to edit out the part where any part where their voice is on here and I didn't tell them that I'm streaming or I'm recording it. I don't know what the exact particulars are with that, so I had to edit the video. So if you were looking for it for some reason for a little bit on between on Monday or so, I didn't get it back up until late Monday because it was a pretty long video. And but make sure you check that out because it was a great conversation with Manny and everybody in the chat about whales in captivity. Some were joking around and having a jovial time. Some of us, I mean, it was a great conversation either way, and it really gets me pumped because it was so funny because I was intending it to go a lane of a bit that I love doing on stage, and I wanted to try it via IG Live and stuff like that. Is Pat versus Animal, and one of my a kind of an ongoing thing that I had with Buddha Boys that I kind of discovered about myself was like what I feel like man's number one threat is, like the thing that is the biggest threat to man is for sure killer whales, because if global warming is absolutely happening and all of, you know, the eventually it's going to be a water world scenario, our number one I feel like enemy would be killer whales because they're so smart. And obviously, the way we treat them right now will directly, I feel like, transfer to how they treat us once they are king, and we're just meat sacks just floating in the water. You know what I mean? Like, we'll have some weapons, but really they'll be all under the sea. So we'll be in big trouble. So treat them nice now, Manny. This is really strategic, if anything. Let them freaking go. Like, hey, this is good faith. We don't have to. You're not free. You know, you didn't get out. Like, this was it. We didn't just go, get on now. You know, try to actually rehabilitate him. And it's, like I said, great conversation. But and also, Manny is one of the co-hosts of Falls Count Anywhere, which is the wrestling podcast that he co-hosts with Youngblood. And I feel like that's a great show that you should check out if you are a fan at all. If you've ever been a fan of wrestling, whether you are currently a fan, I think they definitely touch on current subjects. I'm gonna drink some water. Hold on. I had to, again. I'm zooting Pat. I'm on my third cup of coffee. It's it's show day. Every day I'm on my third cup. I haven't even started my third cup, and I just need to settle down now. But in the most recent episode of Falls Count Anywhere with Lemaire Lee from Philadelphia fame, the wonderful Lemaire Lee, also a huge fan of wrestling. They talk some current wrestling. Obviously, they talk some classic wrestling. I share a wonderful clip, a video that I got from a friend of mine, Pat. Shout out, Pat, if you're watching. He sent me a video of basically wrestlers definitely botching their promos and stuff like that, but also saying things that are like taken in context, out of context, either way. Like, I think one of the things was, I'm going to jerk a knot in your ass. I don't even know what that means, but it's hilarious. So check that out. Falls Count Anywhere. And like I said, new episodes of Proper Robotics come out when we get to record them. We kind of it's hard to get with 3 different schedules, even over Zoom, because we're all busy guys. So all stand-up comics and wonderful men in general. So big news about my episode of Strong Words with Ian Strong that I've been talking about for, I feel like, a month or two, is finally coming out, I believe, in less than a week now. December 7th, that comes out. We rate our View Askew Universe favorite movies, top 10 list, kind of like what we're doing the Spotify thing, but I gave it that kind of same consideration, but we had very differing lists, surprising, even though you would look at all 4 of us and think that we would have the exact same opinion, and we didn't. So it was pretty interesting to find out. I was even shocked to find out all the 4 doughy white guys didn't have the exact same position. So check that out. What about with Andy and Pat? We're going to be streaming this Sunday evening. Check it out. We're going to be talking about 4 Years Strong, Rise or Die Trying. I still haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to, and I think it's going to be good. Who knows? But check that out. That's also, the playlist is also here at Baby Mermaids Productions on YouTube. So follow that, subscribe. I appreciate it. As of right now, last thing. Sorry. As of right now, I'm pretty sure the show is still happening. Columbia, Maryland, the Periodic Table. I'm going to be performing there. I'm doing some stand-up. on December. Hold on, what is that? December 16th, I believe it was. That's a Wednesday, so we'll be streaming that day anyway. I'll obviously be talking about it up until then, and I'll give any kind of updates as far as whether that show's still happening or not. But as of right now, you can see me in Columbia, Maryland, at the periodic table, 8 p.m. Tickets are $5. Obviously, seating is limited. They're doing all the COVID protocols. I was hearing that Maryland was like shutting down, so I don't know. So again, like I said, I will give any updates, but just in case anybody's watching in Maryland or anybody's available to go to that show, check it out. Periodic table, December 16th, and then finally. Hey, Ron, what's going on, buddy? The Xmas Spelling Bee with John Montag and Manti Santiago is going to be our moderator for that one. So there is going to be a stream on Christmas. I don't expect John or Manny to give me their Christmas day from 11 till 1. So obviously we'll figure out what day we'll figure out our schedules and everything like that. But check out that, because John wants a rematch, and we're going to have actual scoring in place beforehand. We're going to have Manny's going to have the list of words. We don't have to think about words, so you're not going to have the super uneducated guy. You're just going to have Manny, who is very educated as far as I'm concerned. He's beautiful. He's a beautiful man, and he may be judging the contest, so I just want that to be noted, that I think he's really good looking. So check that out too. So, Ron, hold on. We got some comments here. John is saying, "Oh yeah, Counting Crows." I don't know if they have top 10 songs though. Okay, we could add that. John was adding that. Oh, actually, yeah, that's actually very, very good. It's a Christmas. Yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. Hell yeah. We'll definitely be doing the stream on Christmas Day. I will, at least. I don't know if she'll feel. I think she will be. What hair? My hair? I have pretty hair? What are you talking about? John has pretty hair? Karen's pounding off in the comments automatically. No, I that reminds me, the contenders list. I will add Counting Crows if you'd like. John, I don't think we have added them. Hold on, let me make a note. Counting Crows. It's funny that you're counting crows, because we're going to be talking about the Harpy eagle in a little bit. Counting Crows. Pat can't multitask. All right, so we got that down. Counting Crows. As far as the contenders lit. Oh yeah, Manny has beautiful hair. Absolutely. I was like, you can't even see my hair, Karen. Jeez, come on. I think the contenders list. That's what I was talking about. Jesus Christ. I thought about this, and I am going to be making a playlist for, and I will be updating it as the artists are added. I will be adding their top 10 most popular songs, so that way you guys can listen. If you have a Spotify account, that's the only catch. I feel like not a lot of people have Spotify accounts, but maybe I will have an actual, I can just screen grab it or just let everybody know. But it's basically the songs that are added for all the artists. I have to reorganize. I have it on my to-do list. I'm going to reorganize the list so I know who that I can actually have it organized, because I had a lot of additions in the most recent episode, and then some clarification from other Ron in the chat that was pounding off about all the artists that he wanted added to the list. He didn't exactly understand what the list was at the time. He was kind of new to this, which is great. I love any new listeners, any new people pounding off in the IG Live, watching on YouTube. Either way, it's great. I appreciate it. Anybody new or old. So I'm happy to re-explain anything. The contenders list is just the contenders list. It's their top 10 most popular songs on Spotify. Do you feel like you could confidently play those 10 songs for anybody that you run into on the street? Anybody. And that they would either know and or like them, like recognize the song, something like that. They would go like, that's where the "oh yeah" comes in. It's them going like, it's not just Macho Man. Oh yeah. It's not that list. It's a, oh yeah. I didn't know this was Journey. I didn't know this was whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I will have an updated list, and I will add those 10 most popular songs to that playlist. and I will share that either in the chat on IG Live, on Facebook, at at what did I say? Pat George on Facebook. You can follow me or friend me there, and I'll share it anywhere you want. So we'll have that. John, John does have pretty luxurious hair. However, Manny's is. Oh wait, no, have pretty hair. Yeah, you have pretty hair. I think we have thick hair. I think that's what it is. Not with two C's, just a K. CK. Thick hair. I have very nice chestnut hair. People think I'm a ginger because they think I have I don't think I have a red beard, but they say I have a red beard. It's weird. It's interesting that other people tell you what color your hair is, and you had no idea. It's like the red dress, gold dress, or the blue blue dress, gold dress argument that happened or whatever, but like it's your hair, and you're wrong somehow. I don't know how it is. So hey, whatever, So yeah, I'm gonna have I will be conferring some more, I'm sure, with the High Council this Friday when we record, which is, of course, Falls Count Anywhere and my wife. And I'm sure that we can add some more people to the playlist. But I will have that probably, I hope, at the end of the day, at least by the end of today, I will have that, and I will be able to share the list. So anybody that has Spotify membership and or wants the list, I will have the actual list of songs that I can give you. And you can then, that brings us to the next part, which is now we can start eliminating some of them, because I've picked these people. So now I want you guys to wean these now, because this is going to be harder to because this is basically it's going to come down to a true all-time GOAT artist. You know what I mean? Like we know that these are all great artists, and they're enjoyed by many people and recognized by many people, but we want to know like how many of them like how many still like stand up, because again, a lot of the songs it's really turned into like a classic rock list, which is a lot of artists obviously that are going to have a body of work where they can have 10 most popular songs. To be that, like, you're going to have quite a few releases, so that makes a little bit of sense, quite a bit of sense actually. So but I would like to have as many people submit people as possible. I want the list as big and alive as possible, because I want it to ever growing, and I want it to have like, I would love to see the artists that like really like, because they're Journey may last for a while, and after a while people are like, I'm fucking tired of Journey or whatever. I want more. The more input I have, the better the list gets. So the more artists I'm adding to the consideration, the better. And the more artists that are ultimately removed, the better. The fresher the list, and the more weaned down it gets. So ultimately, we can find out who has the most staying power and the best songs and the best, like, that's because what the fuck else are we doing? Like, otherwise, why, if we're not going to debate what's the greatest, most like, we have to create new art, but like, we're not allowed to be around each other. And that's how a lot of really good art happens, is pounding off in the chat. You know what I mean? I feel like talking about subjects on this podcast has helped me write so many great jokes. It's just, you need to talk shit out. Everything can be funny. I mean, really, ultimately, once you find out your fucked up perspective of it. So fucking go for it. I love it. Like, so I this is definitely coming down to appreciating art at its fullest, but like, really, it is subjective, but I want to find out like where do the masses stand, because Michael Jackson was very quickly added to the consideration and then added to the list, because we're like, oh yeah, everybody fucking knows Michael Jackson. But does that, it counts, obviously. He's going to have some staying power, but let's say we get some younger people on the list or in the group that are finding out, I don't know, some of the things that what does it bring up in your mind? So if it's like, if all of the 10 songs just remind you of like, of being accused of pedophilia or him being accused of you know what I mean? Like, if that's the only thing you can truly think about at that point, I can't. It's the shared existence that we all have. We all have to like admit, like, there are Just like you may go like, oh, I know this Journey song from this fucking dealership commercial from, you know what I mean? Like what's the song? Anyway you want. That's a Journey song, right? Anyway you want it, that right? I'm gonna get kicked off. But that's just my perfect singing voice. What's up, Avery? I I want it to be like even still like that's. I'm sure. So that's the thing. It's like, oh, I know that song. Like, yeah, and that's a good song. It gets me hyped. I like it. But it's also like it's a car commercial song. That's how I know it. I don't think of it as the Journey song. I know it as that. So who knows? Karen's saying a pounding off in the comments. I am gonna start counting every time you say pounding off. Well, good. Why don't you? How about this? If every time I say pounding off in the comments, you take a drink of wine or something like that. I don't know. Do whatever. Drink whatever you want. Drink some water. Get hydrated. And obviously, we're going to be talking about the Harpy Eagle. So, Harpy Eagle is, and just any other. Again, one last reminder: if you would like to join in via IG Live, you can follow at Baby Mermaid Productions on Instagram. Ask to join. You absolutely can. Your audio will be added to the YouTube video, but you will not be featured on the video there. I will be erasing the IG video at the end of the episode. So whatever you have pounded off about in the comments, you will be forever, that nobody will ever remember you again, unless I read it out loud, which is most of them. And usually read terribly. That's the GDP promise, let me tell you. Every time he pounds off, you beat off. Yeah, that's it. That's either way, you know, you could do that. Avery, that's Avery pounding off in the comments as well. So every time, take a sip of red wine or white wine. I don't know what your wine jam is. I like a nice Cabernet. I can never say it. I could never give John this word to spell because I can't say it. Or maybe I can. Maybe this is right. You be the judge. Anyone pounding off. I like a Cabernet. What is it? Cabernet Sauvignon. Is that right? Sauvignon. It's almost like filet mignon. Do you say the G or no? Cabernet. I know that one. Silent T. I'm the king of silent T, baby. But as far as Sauvignon, is it hold on, let me look that up. Let me try to look it up, first of all. let me attempt to look it up and then have Google go, Pat, did you mean to look this up? And I'll go, yeah. And then I'll know. Hold on. Also, let me share this. I don't know why this is still open. Everybody's pounding off. Pounding off. I want to make sure everybody knows that Karen either likes it truly or hates it when I say pounding off in the comments. But that is also attributed, I can only attribute that to, what's his face? Brandon Youngblood, because he was the one who, I truly do not know if he intended to say pounding off in the comments or sounding off in the comments. But I think what he explained later was pounding off means like you sound off like on like when you're with your voice, obviously, but then you pound off in the comments because you're pounding the keyboard. I think he kind of like reverse engineered that, but I fucking love that. You know what I mean? So I give all credit to pounding off in the comments to Brandon Youngblood of Hockey Talk Man fame, another show that actually probably will be coming back, I think in January, depending on if a season happens. You know, if there's no hockey, I don't really want to have a hockey show. I'm sorry. That's just me. But Brandon Youngblood absolutely invented pounding off in the comments. Cabernet. Oh, it finished it for me. So it's Sauvignon. Is it Sauvignon? You don't say that, do you? Am I doing the dumb American thing? Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's just fun to watch me try, right? Hold on. Everybody's pounding off. 1 second, guys. One second. Karen's saying, sweet wine because I am sweet. Oh, isn't that nice? I love it when you pound off. Hell yeah, wife. We are totally in Pound Town. Karen's saying that. Ian Strong words with Ian Strong. Just got done plugging your show before you hopped in here, buddy. I want to let everybody know 5 days away. Check that one out. He just finished pounding off. That's disgusting. Disgusting. TMI. John Montag is saying, I'd pay to see me pound off or Ian. Youngblood is a very calculated, even if even his oopsie catchphrases are still meant to be, and I identify with that. I've been quoted by myself many times because I'm very proud of a lot of the things I say, and I live by quotes a lot of times, which is sad. Maybe, who knows? Like basically, give me a nice word economy on a shirt that's like giving me a lot of meaning, whether it be double meaning. You know, not necessarily. I'm not a female body inspector guy. I don't like the FBI thing. I don't like that. I'm not a. Come on. But like, it's good stuff. I like quotes. So, but either way, even my oopsies have. I've stumbled into a couple pretty profound thoughts, and I love that. I love the fact that I love when even something like when John and I were doing the Black Friday spelling bee, and the weird mind trap of the broken mind is like me saying something about guess how I spell my brother's name. Like it's such a weird thing to add. Like you said, it's a weird, almost like, could it be a bluff? Could it be a thing? It really made me feel. It made me feel most identified. Like I could identify most with the Joker for sure because of my very awesome thought that I had. If you watch that episode, also where we got here, Avery's also pounding off in the comments. What about rounding off? Remember the movie Round? Yeah, Avery, that's good. That's a good contribution. Avery's good. I like you, Avery. Strong says, "Thanks, man. I'm excited for people to hear it. I am too. I wonder if you don't do video ever. That's pretty cool. I like that. I feel like maybe that's just more." Maybe for the more desperate of us that feel like they need to be liked so much. You know, maybe you're more secure in it. If you haven't checked out Strong Words with Ian Strong, make sure you check that out. All the episodes. He did an episode with Brandon Youngblood as well. And also Manti San. I always fucking do that. Everybody does that. I know everybody does that. It's because the Santiago. Because we all want to say it's the we want the almost alliteration of it. It's like the flow, the word flow. Manti Santiago. You know what I mean? It just flows like that. I'm gonna really seriously talk to him about changing his name. Manny Santiago's on that one, and also Brandon Youngblood's, I believe, episode's gonna be coming out soon. So check those out. John Montag is saying, what is this? Don't make me say these words, John. Oglethorpe. So I have been thorping off in the chat. Okay, I like that. I don't get it, but if you can say that word, then you could give it to me, but I don't know if I said that right. His girlfriend, Ian's girlfriend, just told him last night that she's putting me on a quote limit. I'm only allowed to reference or quote things so many times per evening. Okay. Wow. And me and Ian Strong identify way more. Like I'm learning more about people, obviously, the more I talk to them. But like that, we have a very shared, just in our conversations. Maybe that is definitely, and we'll get back to the Cabernet in just a second. But there's a weird thing once you recognize like Greg from the I can't remember his last name. Greg Nolan from we were doing mics at his house for a little bit, and Ron was putting those on. A lot of fun. Great time, and Greg's a great guy, very funny. If you get a chance, check him out. And he, the longer I spent in his home, like the more time that I spent in his home, the more like I was just like, man, we are almost the exact same person, as far as like our interests. It's so interesting, and as far as like his jokes and everything like that, like I loved his sense of humor. I love his jokes, and it's funny just to say like. Oh, like it's funny when it's cool to like people go like, oh, you should meet new people, like, but it's funny how I'm so I'm so drawn to the people that are me. Like it's the absolute most conceited, selfish way to make friends, but it's also like, you remind me of me. You want to hang out? Like, I want to hang out with me. I like me, but at least then you know you're gonna do things that you like because you're hanging out with you. So it's conceited, but it's also, it's all it's also very it's convenient. It's nice. Is that weird? Is it weird that I need practical friends? Like, hey, two birds, one stone. That's cool. We got, it's cool. It's cool that I have like I want to go disc golfing, so I'm gonna go hang out with Gray. You know what I mean? But like, it just means that it's shared interest. I guess what I'm saying is maybe in my weird, because all my friends were all just kind of like, for the most part, I never truly made a lot of new friends, like growing up. It's weird. Like, it just happened naturally. I always just said like it would just happen. I always I never like tried to pursue friendships or anything like that. But once you actually get to know people, you're like, holy shit, there's like a lot of, and you realize like, oh fuck, like isn't it weird that Pat's dumb head, it also goes into like, oh shit, like it's a weird, like, because of for sure undiagnosed, but what I would assume, what feels much like crippling anxiety and just shutting down, you kind of miss out on a lot of things. So like getting to go hang out with these people, especially in their home, like they're opening their home to you. To me, that's always been like cool, but it's also like the most personable place you could, like, that's your nest. That's like your fucking, you designed it, you picked that place to live, that neighborhood, that like everything, so, and I have a weird judgmental streak, and it's like weird to say, like, it's weird it's weird to have like manners about a thing, but also to be like I don't know. I hate judging people, but it's like it's almost impossible, and I don't know how to avoid that. I don't know how to talk to people or to compliment people a lot of times without accidentally insulting them. And it feels like, again, it sounds like Asperger's, but it's also maybe I'm just being a fucking dickhead. So if anybody has any tips on how to be like a better person, please let me know, because it's a weird streak of not being, I feel like almost too self-reflective, where I overanalyze, I feel like, a lot of things, and that's the part where it feels like anxiety, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. I need to, basically what I'm saying is, Pat went to the dentist for the first time ever. Now Pat needs to go see the head doctor for the first time ever. I need to go figure out what's going on up here, because I have a lot of, I need to figure out if this reading problem is just me because I don't read a lot, or it's literally because there's something wrong with my head. So stay tuned for updates on that too. Pat's going to get his fucking head checked out. Bro, I've already taken Josh out twice. He's into, oh fuck yeah, Josh is into disc golfing too? Fuck yeah, Josh Dway's going to go disc golfing? He's got to. Have you been out like recently? Like, is it everything open now? I don't know, like I guess if there's no snow on the ground, I don't know. Or with COVID as well, like I don't know how much shit's actually going to start shutting down again, but like hold on, we got a bunch of people pounding off here. Girlfriend is quoting female body inspector. Youngblood episode 2021 is coming. That's the episode of Strong Words with Ian Strong with Youngblood. Karen's pounding off. How white male of you to expect Manny to change his name instead of you working harder to say it right. That's absolutely right, Karen. You're absolutely right. At least Avery shaved his Tusher stash. Tusher? There's a doucher, maybe. I don't know. Literally, like, I made a new best friend during our conversation off air afterwards. Right, yeah. Ian, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're talking to somebody, and it's so funny because it is so perfectly summed up in like meme form of that scene from Step Brothers, where it's like, did we just become best friends? Like, we, like, holy shit! Like, there's so many interesting things of like, we had basically another podcast length conversation after the podcast we had recorded, and I love when that happens. I love I don't know. I love engaging conversation. Some of my favorite memories from growing up and stuff like that, from being like a and growing up like my teenage years and stuff like that, where like we would go to IHOP or Waffle House and smoke cigarettes and drink coffee until like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and just talk, just fucking bullshit, like not be like rowdy dickheads or anything like that. With like at fucking 18, I was doing like what like my parents were doing, you know, yeah, like at 18, like that's like what like an evening and like you just hang out and you just drink endless amounts of coffee and you just smoke endless amounts of cigarettes and just talk and shit like that. Like that was the coolest thing to me growing up. So it feels that's all like that. A lot of like podcasting has felt like a lot to me. Has just been great conversations. Like these could be conversations had anytime. And like I like the one like I like how there I do enjoy that there are themes now and that there are like, you know, you have your murder mystery ones or you have your radio. I love that there's like radio plays and shit too. Like the audio medium and stuff like that is so cool. But I enjoy this too. You know what I mean? It's you can still have these and this is essentially a lot of times people like I wanted this atmosphere to feel most like a radio show kind of feel, like that, like an open dialogue. You guys can talk if you want. You don't have to. You can just write. I'll read it. That's cool too. There's a lot of comedy in me reading. Trust me. So there's no endless. I want there to be entertainment, obviously, but I also want to talk. I want to get to know I want to fucking know people, and that's and this is a cool way to do it, and like. And that's at least that's how I want it to come off. I don't want it to feel like I'm mansplaining or I'm so white male or whatever. Karen, I'm getting talked to by Karen here. You know what I mean? Not a Karen. I want to make sure. Just Karen. Her name is Karen. She is one of Karen, but yeah. Hold on again. So this is so much. Tusher stash. I don't think I read that right. I don't know if that was what that was supposed to be. Also, Greg's pounding off, bro. Already taking Josh out. Yeah, he's talking about buying discs that night. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. Fuck yeah. Greg, absolutely. Let's go fucking disc golfing. Hacks Comedy Golf is in the chat now, pounding off. I want to let them know that I would love to go golfing with you as well. So we can go regular golfing, disc golfing. I have range, okay? I can disc golf. I can kind of regular golf a little. I'm going to be sharing the Hacks playlist also a little bit later on this afternoon. I wanted to rearrange it a little bit and make sure people got eyes on all the episodes because I am by far the worst golfer that has been on the show. And I want that to be clear because I was playing the correct – and I wanted to make the distinction. Technically, Naeem was, but that's only because he was a left-handed player who was playing with right-handed clubs, and that's crazy. So I would think that he would probably still be a little bit better than me if he was playing with the right club. So I take the moniker of worst golfer on there by far. And so I want that. I want to make sure that some of our better golfers are featured. So I'm going to remix the playlist a little bit and share that. And make sure you check that out if you're watching on YouTube too. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. You know all that stuff. Also, I want to go down here. We can go anytime. Karen says that she knows she's always right. Yeah, Strong also says, I think I may have said that out loud. Did we just become best friends? Yeah, hell yeah. I definitely thought it for sure. And Karen wants to also just distinction so we know. Karen is not a Karen. She is the Karen, apparently. All caps. So now we know all caps. The Karen. So that we'll have word of the day a little bit later on. Hold on. Oh, I'm fucking up my camera. Gotta update that list. Ba-ba-ba. All right, so let's go. I didn't talk about a lot. Holy shit. Just been all plugs. That's all I've been talking about. That and fucking how stupid I am. So I wanted to talk about the post. Obviously, the post that I posted for this episode is about the Harpy eagle. This was a thing that I want initially. This is in the same vein of what the podcast has been since I've gone live. It's about teaching myself, educating myself, let's say, educating myself a little bit more about things that I'm interested in, like not just things that like I don't really care. I don't care about a lot of current events so much. I don't care about a lot of it's basically I know there's going to be a lot more motivation for me to learn something if I'm interested in it, because I found out who the fuck was it that was reading? We were talking about I was I can't remember who it was. It was somebody that was talking about when they read, they take notes, and that's something that again, until I get diagnosed with whatever possible learning disability I may have, I need to learn. I need to learn my own way. I need to learn my own way. I have to like take notes. Look, like instead of just reading through a word and going like, what the fuck does that word mean? And then just going on, I need to figure out what the fuck that word means. Like look up what that word means. You have the internet. Use it. It boils down to me wanting to utilize Reddit for something besides just porn. Just porn. Because that's all it was until that. I tried posting a thing about on a wrestling Reddit subreddit for the Falls Count Anywhere, and it immediately banned me from that Reddit forever. They banned me forever. So it's like immediately the first thing I try to fucking post, I get banned. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to jerk off. I'm going to pound off. So it was kind of like, instead of just using Reddit for porn, which is like, I don't fucking really need any more porn in my life necessarily. I do enjoy the specificity of Reddit when it comes to porn. Like the fact that you can kind of look like, again, I'm not a foot guy. I'm a pretty meat and potatoes guy. But like, there's like, if you want to look up like, again, it's such a, what was the thing they talked about it on Two Bears, One Cave? Fuck, I can't remember. Plast or Plasht. I can't remember what it is, but they like, it's the thing where each letter stands for something, and it's like, you feature a different, it's like a challenge almost. It's like kind of like it's like a nude, like a internet challenge where you try to get like these different body parts in different positions or something like that, all in the same picture. So like you try to get all the different things, like the back of your ankle and like the and like the front of your ear and your smile and like your butthole, but not your, like, I don't know what it is, but does that spell plast? Did I do that right? I don't know. But I like the specificity of it, but I don't want to utilize it just for naughty things. So I started following other interests that I have, like animals, cephalopods to be exact, whales, farts, ghosts. What else? Hold on. I'll look it up. I also try to limit the number of screens that I have Reddit on as well, because I also don't know. I can't, you can't really trust. I can't trust myself to stick to this. Like, hold on, I got my bad spelling, cephalopods, disc golf, circle jerk, which even those guys are a little bit too douchey too. But it's either way. And I assume they're all guys. I just assume they're all guys. Unless they're a lady selling an OnlyFans, I kind of assume they're all just guys. And even that, I think maybe it's just a guy maybe helping his lady. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea. Reddit is so fucking weird. What else? Nature is fucking lit. Hockey circle jerk was just pretty cool. Ghosts, farts, like I said. Nukes top 5, highly suggest. Podcasts, serial killers, whales. So, I got, again, a lot of range. And it's weird too. It's weird that I feel like is still even a little bit different than like my Instagram feed. It's interesting that even those two categories don't, like, over the social media is like, I use this for this. I use this for this. Like, it's interesting. Because I try to limit it so much, I feel like I want to try to help it feed into other things. Like when I saw this, this was the thing that I get interested about, that I started looking into, that I go like, well, this would be the thing I would want to bring up if I saw any of you anyway. Have you ever heard of this fucking Harpy? Like, it's weird. I'm trying Harpy seal. What do they say? Harpy eagle. Sorry, harpy eagle. Like, have you ever that's the kind of thing I want to I want to fucking talk about this. So that's why I would look that up. We already found out I couldn't say Sauvignon, but I can say fucking harpy seal. Harpy seal. What do I want to say? Is there a harpy seal? Am I crazy? Hold on, I gotta find that out. Harpy seal? Yeah, there's a harp seal. Sorry. Okay, so, but the harpy eagle. Yeah, that's the thing. There we go. Wiki. So the harpy eagle is fucking, obviously I shared the picture of it. It looks, first of all, like the picture, the one that I showed initially, like I feel like it reminded me almost like of Donnie Darko. Hold on, I got a couple people pounding off here. I'll text you later. I have an idea. I want to pick my, oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah, Ian. I'm down for it. Ron's pounding, Ron Kane, comedy. Follow him on Instagram if you will. Pounding off in the comment. If you listen to Go Your Own Way on a recent cast commercial, I believe the one singer hits an awful note. Okay, I'm going to check that out. I'll actually Google that. Post FCA on 4chan. They love it. I don't even get that. That's how dumb I am. Like, I feel like I'm so... It's not even just I literally, if it doesn't directly affect me, I don't really, like, even social media. If I erased all of it, I would be totally fine with it. If I didn't have to completely, I wanted to market myself and actually be, have people follow and like me. It's a conflicting thing. I picked a weird lane. But obviously, if you can find out things that are of interest to me, it only adds for better and I think more educational content. This is kind of boring. And also they're asking me for donations. I'll do it eventually, but let me wait closer to Christmas. That'll be their Christmas gift this year. 4chan is basically alt-right Reddit. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they would love to hear Youngblood and see Manny and obviously, because I feel like do the alt-right, is that the racist one? Alt-right is the alt-right is the 4chan, that's the frog guys, right? Is that Reddit or whatever? Pedro the Frog or whatever? See, I know a little bit about it. Because I listen to so many things and podcasts and so many other people talk to me about this thing. That's their harpy eagle. My harpy eagle is just a literal harpy eagle. You know what I mean? It's a gigantic bird that lives in a fucking rainforest. How do you not love that? Like the headline, if it doesn't grab you, the picture that I shared initially. Hold on, let me put it up here. And that was from again, the subreddit Nature is Fucking Lit. It's just a big. It kind of reminds me of Donnie Darko. Again, I'm not a huge, super big fan of that film, but like the cover of Donnie Darko, the guy in the bunny suit or something, or the person, whoever the bunny suited guy is, it looks like that, right? Hold on, let me pull up Donnie Darko real quick. Donnie Darko. Related to Danny Delco? I don't know. Who knows? Donnie Darko. Did not spell it right, obviously. It's a 2001 film. Yeah. Whatever the cover is, like it's whoever the bunny guy is. I don't know if anybody. I'm sure people in the chat here are fans of Donnie Darko, but I don't even know if I've actually seen it all the way through. I think I have maybe, but maybe I fell asleep. I'm an enigma. I like weird. I love The Shining, which I don't think that Donnie Darko is compared to The Shining, but people fucking love that movie, and I don't get it. Like, I don't hate it, but I love it in its own way, I guess. I love the cover because it looks like it reminds me of a harpy eagle now. Now it's reversed. Now I switched it. Now I love the cover of Donnie Darko. Anytime I see that box cover, that the graphic on the cover of the, whatever it may be for Netflix or your Hulu's or whatnot, yeah, looks like a harpy eagle. But the harpy eagle, as it was explained in the post that I shared on Instagram at Baby Mermaid Productions, it is a bird that is so big that people oftentimes think that it is a person in a bird costume or a person in a costume. I don't even think it says specifically costume. What do you mean I don't have an internet connection? I'm fucking streaming, you dumb shit. I'll just go to my pictures. I also screen grabbed this fucking... I beat the chess computer today. I was so excited. I played on chess.com. I have the app, and I have a... I beat the computer, so I took a screen grab of it. It's pretty funny. All right, so yeah, meet the harpy eagle, a bird so big some people think it's a person in a costume. Maybe even think it's maybe somebody in a Donnie Darko costume. Who knows? But the harpy eagle, I looked up a couple of cool facts about it. Ouch. Hold on a second. So this is from, looks like National Geographic. The nationalgeographic.com. It's 8 fun facts about the harpy eagle. Where did it go? Oh, no. They wanted me to pay for this earlier. I hope they don't. Ask me to fucking... They asked this. Oh, yeah. I still have 3 articles left. All right. Well, let me read this one. We had the fucking thing earlier. I hate that shit. I had it all pulled up. I had it all ready to go. It lives in the rainforest. I could just read the article, I guess. Oh, my God. Hold on. Let me just look up 8 fun facts. Fun facts about the harpy eagle. Fucking nationalgeographic.com. I take back your free plug. Don't go there. Fuck those guys. Fun facts about the harpy eagle. You fucking dipshits. All right. All right. So this was the coolest thing. So the harpy eagle, it looks, at least that picture there for sure. It was something about the size of its legs. Harpy eagle, U.S. Fish and Wildlife. They also live. This is a bird that lives in the fucking rainforest, which is pretty awesome. Powerful raptors. All right, here we go. We are going to go into 5 fascinating facts about the harpy eagle. We lost 3 facts, but that's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, it does kind of look like the Mothman too, right? I think something like the harpy eagle is what people saw when they thought they were that saw the Mothman. Yeah, that's what John's pounding off in the comments. It does look a lot like what people, and if its eye, like if it has reflective eyes, assuming like they're flashing lights at it or something like that, it could probably glow a different color, red or something like that. But the harpy eagle is definitely a fucking cool looking bird. But the harpy eagle is the largest eagle in the Americas. There's with a wingspan of up to 6.5 feet wide, and considered the most powerful raptors. This is why that's so interesting to me. This is fishandwildlife.com or .gov. Sorry. They're the largest eagles in the Americas with 6.5 wing speed, and are considered the most powerful raptors in the Amazon. See? Now I'm going to have to look up what the raptors mean. What does that mean? There's raptors in the Amazon? Holy shit. You may call them the avian emperors of the Americas. Holy fuck. Absolutely I would call them that. What do you mean I may call them? Why didn't you name them that? Harpy eagle sounds okay. Now in comparison to the emperors of the Americas. Why wouldn't you name... If you're naming birds, man, like obviously hindsight, they don't know that they're named harpy eagles. You can change their name for reference. They can say, or like have that AKA, the emperors of the Americas. That's fucking awesome. I'm definitely going to... That's what I'm going to call them. This, by the way, the picture here is... can't really see it too well. I don't know. It's a harpy eagle eating an iguana. That's pretty fucking cool, right? Gotta love that. So we got second fact here. As apex predators in the rainforest, canopies, the rainforest canopies, Fucked up my flow. Rainforest canopies, they call home. They prey on species as big as monkeys, sloths, and even brocket deer. It's not a bad life being on top of the food chain. So maybe these are our number one predators. John sending me something here. Hey, Harpy Eagle. Meet the... Oh, you son of a bitch. John sending me photoshops during the show. You should just focus on the show, pal. All right? I'm trying to teach you about Harpy Eagles here, and you're fucking around in Photoshop, making me look a fool. 3. The back talons of this fierce bird can reach up to 5 inches long. To put that into perspective, that's longer. This was one of the facts that I read on the other list, the 8 facts. So we're not missing out on this one. I'm really excited. It's actually it's longer than a grizzly bear's claws. It's no wonder that they managed to make meals of moderately sized mammals. That's fucking crazy, right? A bird that hunts mammals on a regular basis, like not just mice. Like it's cool that like a regular bird or a hawk or something like that eats mice or bunnies or some shit. That's cool. But like this is eating fucking deer, and it's got claws larger than a grizzly bear. It's the Emperor of the Americas for sure. Why, again, if it's the Emperor of the Americas, why do we have the bald fucking eagle? Why didn't we get the Harpy eagle? You know what I mean? I understand we almost had the turkey, but like, this is pretty crazy. This is a good fucking eagle, man. What's wrong with this eagle? Obviously, maybe they thought it was a person for a while. They look cool as shit too. Like the picture here, that's a pretty fucking cool looking bird there. He's got like style. It almost looks he's wearing a crown. That's pretty crazy. He's wearing like that's why you call him the emperor, because he's got a fucking crown. 4th fact: Harpy eagles are also infamously known for having nests that are extremely rare and a challenge for even the most skilled explorers to find. This is because their nests are sparingly spaced out over large amounts of rainforest and well hidden up in massive trees. Plus, they only reproduce every 2 to 3 years, and even then, it's just one chick at a time. Oh, that's funny. So they're monogamous. I know they mean birds. Shut up. Get it? You get that? I got it. I think it's something like Harpy eagle is what people saw. Yeah. John's also saying it's in South America. Eagles, not North America, bro. Ball, that is. Well, I mean, this is Fish and Wildlife. Why would they be talking about do that? It's of the Americas. I'm assuming there's probably some that are in North America. So hold on a second. We'll look that up next. Don't you look it up ahead of me, because I'm gonna get to read it. 5th and final fact, because we lost out on the 3 because National Geographic is a fucking dickhead. Female Harpy eagles can weigh up to twice as much as her mate. I guess we know who runs the show in these nests. That's fishandwildlife.gov, by the way. Guys, hey, government, if you need like comedy writers or you need somebody to like punch up your facts here, I can help you out. You got scientists working on this shit. Don't stay in your lane. You know? That's not funny. All right, so we're going to find out now if Harpy eagles located ? Let's find out. Harpy eagles range from Mexico to northern Argentina and live in forested areas despite their wingspan, which can reach up to 6.5 feet. We already knew that. Across. Harpies fly through the forest home with great agility. Yeah, we know that. All right. So it's spotted Harpy eagles. What types of trees do they live in? So Mexico. So for sure Mexico should have them. Do they? What kind of eagle do they have on their money? What kind of bird do they represent on their cash? Any kind of, what's their bird? It's Mexico though. That's close. Is that? I didn't know. By the way, completely honesty, like complete honesty here, like complete transparency. You can almost see right through me.
I for sure thought Mexico was the beginning of South America. I honestly thought that because it was below America, and then and we were all North America, and that was South America, and like North America, South America. That's how I thought. I honestly thought there was it's not. It's just being uneducated, guys. It's not being. It's not. I don't want a wall. I don't need a wall. I don't. There's no wall needed here. But I want to let everybody know I absolutely thought Mexico was. So if they're still part of North America, I think we can still represent them on our money because we're still because we're still connected to that part of America too, right? I don't know. Either way, bald. I don't want a bald one. I want a harpy one. I want it with a nice fucking epic crown on its head. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Well, this is just regular eagles. Okay, so how about this? So maybe let's find out how much bald eagles give a fuck about America or Americans, to say in general. John, will a bald eagle attack a human? Bald eagles have been known to attack humans, but the injuries inflicted are hardly lethal. During mating seasons, bald eagles become much more territorial as any other bird of prey. It is best to keep a safe distance from the bald eagle in respect to a bird's space. When they gettin', they fuck on. Apparently, that's what it says. So if a bald eagle is fucking, don't fuck around with it. I guess you're right. That is the most American bird. Sorry, John. You win. Harpy Eagles lose. Harpy Eagles lose. John wins. Fine. Again. John's gotta fucking win all the fucking time. No, Harpy Eagles. I wanna find those 3 other facts, man. I'm bummed out that I didn't get, because there were some cool ones. Harpy Eagle facts. 8, please. Give them to me. I want 8 facts. I don't need 10. 50 Harpy Eagle facts about the world's strongest bird. You telling me you don't love the world's strongest fucking bird? Now, this is from facts.net. Way better than National Geographic, because those guys are a bunch of fucking lying shitheads. Fuck them. So don't go to National Geographic. You can get titties elsewhere. Harpy Eagle Facts by Michael Bryan. This is from May of 2020, so I'm not the only one to give a shit about these birds this year, and I'm excited about it. We don't have to go through all 50, obviously. And I think there's going to be, these are, so I guess we'll go through interesting facts. Brazil is one of the countries with most harpy eagles and can be spotted across the entire country. Wow. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Komodo dragons are pretty cool. Actually, I'll do a show on those guys for sure. Komodo dragons. That'll be the other list that I do. Komodo dragons. I'll do a bunch of animals. Komodo dragons. Because I've definitely been familiar with them, but I haven't actually done it's just basically whatever Rogan kind of explains, and you go, yeah, whatever, that's cool. By the way, I completely, he shared that one video of all the governors and stuff like that, talking about you can't go out and you can't go into large groups, and they're and the guy that sounds like, he sounds so sleepy. Hey, look, check this guy out. Have you guys seen that video? I had to unfollow. I was just like, really, man? Just yeah. Okay, we've all cheated. We've all broken the rules. Yes, they're saying that. They're saying in whole we should do this, but I think it's weird. It's really weird when somebody chooses to move to Texas. It worries me. when somebody is so it's like when I want to go to that place, and that's not, I believe he went to the most liberal place of it, but it's still even the most liberal place in Texas is still a very worrisome for me. And that's coming from a guy wearing a Florida hat. You know what I mean? I have the state of Florida on my hat right now, and I'm judging another state. But that's just what America's all about. Bald eagles that don't like you messing with their fuck space. and this hat. He moved there to save millions in taxes. Yeah, that too. I think that was also yeah. But yeah, and that was his thing. So that's what I'm saying is like he moved because it wasn't like, oh, these guys don't know what they're doing, blah blah blah. He was like, I don't want to lose any more of my money. Which either way, you don't have to lie about it. But like it's also kind of like I agree with like it's a weird thing. Like I don't know exactly every like and it's just my it's my own opinion, I guess. I don't really listen to podcasts on Spotify, which is weird as somebody who posts podcasts on Spotify. I it's not my preference. But so like I kind of like I stopped I just haven't just organically it's just kind of stopped listening to the show. And it's not like it's not I don't hate him or anything, but I figured out I could Google animal facts on my own. You know, I can look up alien shit on my own. Like it's kind of like I can kind of look those things up without being exposed to it. It was kind of it's all about maturing. It's all about growing and becoming a new person. I found out I read that Ellen Page is no longer, but now Elliot Page went a full transformation, or not fully, but has announced that they will be going through the transformation. And I was like, okay, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how I feel like on the most part about anybody. Like, but after I realized, because I kind of felt like I've always come down when it comes down to that stuff of like who really like who cares ultimately, and it's not in a way of like who gives a fuck, but like a kind of like okay, cool, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have to announce it, but I do understand in the level of celebrity having to do it, and Dom and I started getting into the conversation of like. Obviously, neither one of us would ever know. We have no base to do like nothing to base it on. But like, which one would actually be a harder choice? Would it be to be a celebrity that has made that decision? Because within this conversation between me and Dom, I also realized like how one would come to that realization over time, and it's actually a lot with how I've grown as a comic. I know it's a weird way, but the only way I can ever try to empathize with a lot of these things is like I've never had to announce that I'm not what I look like. Really, like except for now that like I'm not a mass shooter. Do you know what I mean? Like I have to make that announcement. I know I look like every mass shooter, but I promise you I'm not a mass shooter. You know, I have no intentions of shooting anyone ever. I really truly don't. So it's one of those things. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, just what a mass shooter would say. Very smart. But I feel like there's not. I haven't had to say like, you know, I'm gay or I'm trans or I'm this or I'm that or whatever, because you have to announce that. That is what a mass shooter would say. Yeah, Ron's on to me. Oh fuck. But like I would have to like I would have to think about it in the sense of I can only try to understand it, and not that and that's so ultimately my I don't care comes out of like I don't have to have I don't have an opinion on it. You know what I mean? Like I will give as much of a fuck about Elliot Page as I did about Ellen Page, and it's not that I didn't give a fuck. I just never really thought of Ellen Page. I didn't. She was a good actress. I'm sure Elliot Page is gonna kill it as well. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like, it's cool. Like my thing is like, yeah, do what you want. You're cool. Keep going. You're good. You don't have to. Like my thing is, it's not a like and it's not even like a TMI thing. It's just literally like I think go for it. So, but it is, then we got into the discussion of which would be harder to do it as a celebrity or as a regular person. And that made me have to start thinking like, okay, well, what would that decision feel like? And it's kind of like, and you don't really do that with any other, I mean, there isn't a really major surgery except for like maybe an implant or like a major liposuction or facial reconstruction or whatever it may be. But like for the most part, you don't really announce other possible surgeries you may get or other changes in lifestyle that you make. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't go out and say like, I've decided to start thinking more conservatively about my money. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, and I'm not saying that it's the same thing by any means, but it's not a lifestyle choice, but being open about it is the choice. So being open about it is the part, and this is one of the things, not like something that you could not have to share as much as like being gay. Again, like you could say you don't have to necessarily address it or hide it. You can just kind of live your life and it may just happen that way. But like if you are changing your sex or your or appearance or anything like that so drastically, you do feel compelled to you, especially. So which one would be harder, a celebrity or a person like a regular like Joe person or whatever? And I feel like it's almost like it would be harder to say hold on, wait, that would be a mass shooter. Wait a minute, there are 2 tons in there. What? I'd like to take a moment to bravely announce that I will be getting a crown put on my tooth within the next 8 months. That feels good to get off my chest. John's really pounding off in the comments here on IG Live. And honestly, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your bravery, John. I appreciate you sharing that. Damn it. Hold on. So let me try to go back. Damn it. Wait a minute. Are there 2 Rons in here? Okay, good. Yes, there are 2 Rons in here. Sorry, there. I wanted to make sure that Ron. There are 2 Rons in the thread, and I'll make sure that there's Ron Kane. And I don't necessarily exactly know how to say your last name, so I will say Ron Kane and other Ron. Sorry, you are other Ron, unfortunately, and that's because of all the typos. But no, I want it to be like, I don't have an objection to it. Like there's not and it doesn't matter. And I ultimately know and feel myself that it doesn't matter if I have an objection to it or not. It's your choice. You can do whatever you want. You can literally do what you want, but you do have to address it if you're a celebrity. But I think there's a lot more anxiety with not, if you just go through with it in a normal day-to-day life, like with a normal, let's say just a normal 9-to-5 job. If you're the same person that made that same decision, you have the choice of not announcing it. I mean, like a celebrity does too, but then there's going to be speculation and weird shit, like depending on your status. That's what I feel like a lot, especially entertainment, like journalists and stuff like that, go for is, why are they like, because I remember when Bruce Jenner was like having a bunch of surgeries and stuff, and they're like, what's going on here? Why is your hair long? Why are your nails done like that? And they're like, and it's fucking weird. Like, it's weird that people are so, I'm exact opposite of the spectrum. I don't need to know about your personal life, and whatever you want to share, you absolutely can share, and people can take it however they want. That's what it should be. And I feel like everybody should have that same feeling to do that no matter what. And much like how people consider having the freedom of speech, of this thing of, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but people may react with however you want. It's the same rule. I feel like it's the exact same rule. Like somebody might go like, cool, so we call you Elliot now. Your pronouns are he, they. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, by the way, I didn't know what your pronouns were before. so it's like, it's one of those things of, I'm at that level where I'm like, oh, okay. You know? So just so everybody knows, the girl from Juno. So now, and this was the part that confused me about, and this was where I learned, was I was asking Dom, because Dom is the person that is patient enough with me to have this conversation, and the only other person that's that patient with me to have the conversation about this, because I truly go like, what the fuck are you, like, why why should this matter, whatever, or why, how can this, it didn't, it never, and it's never in a negative way of like, fuck this, I don't give a shit about this thing, they shouldn't be able to do whatever. It was always like, okay. And this was how I was able to empathize and realize, like, after a while, empathize and realize after a while, like, oh shit, like, it's about maturing and growing and becoming more of who you truly are, and being, and it's that's how I was able to equate it, like, comedy, because like a couple years ago, like, or years and years ago, I feel like Ellen Page, I think, came out as gay, and I was like, okay. Like, even then I was just kind of like, cool, whatever. And it was much like the same feeling of like, all right, well, I don't understand why you would have to address that, but it was like, okay, so now you're officially on record, you're using your platform to be open and honest about who you are at this time. So, like, later on, so now you will become Elliot Page. So so now you will be someone who identifies as a man who is attracted to women. Does that make you a straight white male? And should you lose your job? Like, I thought that's kind of like, isn't that where, because you can't be somebody who's, and like a lot of the arguments that I've heard have been like, if you're not of that persuasion, you should not be allowed to play that role. So will your role in this, and I'm not saying that that's even things that you're thinking about, but I'm like, I honestly don't understand. Does this change things? Are you just a straight white guy? So now Elliot Page is just a cis white male. So, like, that becomes, and that's the perfect crime. You become you become like, nobody wants to talk to you now. So now, like, like, it's the best if you want, like, ambiguity, if you want to be able to just kind of like fade away, not ambiguity, but if you want to be able to just kind of fade away, or you want to, like, maybe not make this like the biggest story or anything like that, becoming a straight white male, genius. But I don't understand, and that's why. But I was like, okay, so why, when you came out as gay, why wouldn't you just say then? Like, and obviously, it wasn't as widely accepted at that point. Not that I feel honestly that shouldn't matter necessarily, but that's coming from my privilege, blah blah blah. I know, I know. But it's kind of like, I feel it's also a what is it? Vulnerable. It's being vulnerable to the sense of being honest about, and open and honest about, like, who you are at that point in your life, and like what you've learned about yourself. Like, maybe when you came out as a gay lady, you're like, I think I'm just a gay lady that likes ladies. You know what I mean? Like, that's where you were at that point. That's the kind of what you've learned from, whether it be self-reflection or just maturity over the years. But, like, that was always my thing of, like, why didn't you just say it then? Because I come from a family where my dad was, I'm assuming gay the whole time, that he was in a relationship with my mom, but also was somebody who didn't, like, who wasn't being honest with himself, and struggled with, like, depression and a lot of things, bipolar disorder, and ultimately killed himself because he was watching all of his friends. Like, eventually he was able to come out and be the person he wanted to be, or truly was the whole time, but, like, eventually had to, like, was, still had that was so deep rooted in him, like, those anxieties and those depressions and stuff like that, like, truly I would have rather, like, the whole time all my memories of my dad are of him living in a separate house, like him living away and us visiting him on weekends and shit like that. So it's like, it's not even like I had that he was who he was, at least the whole time I knew him. So, but I knew him as a completely different person than I feel like my brothers knew him, because they grew up with him around in the house for at least a couple, for years. So, like, they have, like, real life memories of him. So, like, people ultimately become more comfortable or eventually have less to lose with just being themselves and being open and honest about it. And my mom was was accepting of him and never it was never a huge deal with me. Gay, straight, transgender, bisexual, like whatever, none of those things have ever been a big deal to me because I grew up with a dad who was out. You know what I mean? Like, so it was never an issue. It was never a thing that I was like, oh, this needs to be announced or this needs to be because it was just like, yeah. And I didn't by any means understand it, but I always accepted it. It was never weird to me. So like when I do hear stuff like this, I like when he wasn't able to be who he was for so long that it weighed on him. So I will never criticize somebody for making an announcement like this, but ultimately it doesn't change my personal feeling of like, from my personal experiences, to say like, cool, good for you. You know what I mean? Like, because it's always been like, so what? Big deal. My dad's gay. Who gives a fuck? You know, you know what I mean? Like, which is a weird sentence, I know for sure. But like, I mean, not a weird sentence in that sense, but like a weird thing to say to somebody, and it seems very argumentative. I understand that, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. John's pounding off in the comments. Yeah, if you want to become a white male, you have to receive all the hate you were throwing at white dudes before, right? Yeah, it's turnabout is fair play, right, John? You know what I mean? You've become what you hated. But that's why, like, and that's why ultimately I feel comfortable talking about stuff like that and being honest about not understanding completely, but I feel like I can empathize more and not understand completely ever what somebody would be going through with a scenario like that, especially being a celebrity or somebody, a performer or anything like that, that would be, oh fuck, I've done all this work. That's hard enough, doing that self-reflection and figuring out all of those, like, truly finding yourself, like who the fuck you are, and actually like going with it and feeling comfortable, not only telling everybody in your personal life, but now you have to tell, it's a fucking headline. It was a headline on multiple fucking sources. It was on Reddit. You know what I mean? Like, it was a top story. It's trending everywhere, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But it's this thing of like if I saw it, and then I don't seek out fucking entertainment news ever. If I saw it, then it's a fucking big story. That's how I gauge that shit. So, but when it's a story like that, I go like, oh, cool. I forgot about that person. I remember Juno. That was a good movie. You know what I mean? And Ellen Page, with all due respect, was a cutie pie. With all due respect. I hated Inception. I thought it was a fucking stupid-ass movie, but she was nice in it. She was good. There's no ill will. It's just kind of like, okay, cool. And I want everybody to, I wish everybody truly did have an experience similar or to their gay dad killing himself. I wish that on all of you. Am I the only one who thought Ellen Page was cute as hell? No, I was just saying that. Yeah, Yeah, she was a cutie pie. That's funny that other Ron was just saying that. No, it's okay. That's all right, buddy. Yeah, you're like, it's just literally, I just said that. Ellen Page, absolutely was a cutie pie, and we'll miss her, you know. But now she is Elliot Page. Now he is Elliot Page. I apologize. Whatever. But ultimately, I don't even watch I don't even know what the Umbrella Academy. That's right. That's cool. It's a good show, I guess. My wife watches it. She likes it a lot. John also says, great title for great title for your album. Gay Dad Killed Himself. Hold on, I gotta screenshot that. John is full of great ideas when he's pounding off in the comments. For sure, dude. Oh my god. And by the way, again, with all due respect, Elliot Page, also a cutie pie. I saw a picture of Elliot Page on the story, and Elliot Page is also a certified cutie pie at this moment. So Elliot is going to be crushing ass. I know, dude. Like there's a thing where my wife Dominique, she loved Twilight so much, and I came across a brilliant thought, and this isn't in reference to Elliot Page by any means, but this reminded me of that. I which I guess is the exact definition of a reference, right? This thing reminded me of this other thing. But Twilight, she's team fuck. No, I think she liked both of them. I think she liked either one, but I think she was team vampire. Team Edward. That's what it was. She's team Edward. And I came across the realization that I feel this is only observation, and it might just be Dominique, but I feel like a lot of chicks, or at least I figured out maybe her lane. And this is very exciting news also. I finally, at 34 years old, figured out my official, like, what I'm into when it comes to the opposite sex, or the what I'm attracted to in a mate. What I love about my wife, and what I've loved about almost all of my past relationships have almost been almost the exact same type of person. And it's not like, I used to think, do I like butts? Do I like boobs? Am I a brunette guy, redhead, or whatever it may be? You know, like some people like feet. Hey, that's your thing. Not shaming you here. But I figured out Dom's thing, her lane, is she likes dudes that look kind of like ugly chicks. Like dudes that look like masculine chicks. Does that make sense? Like, so she was a Team Edward guy. She likes soft dudes. Like me. Like, as far as like her thing, she likes pretty boys like me. No, but that's a thing that she's into with that thing. But my attraction officially, I was like, I'm an ass guy, I'm a boobed guy. Oh, do I like brunettes? I like this. All it is, big eyes, big hips. That's my infatuations. I enjoy those two things in a mate. And if I were to look past in past relationships or past infatuations, let's say, people that I wish were my girlfriend, and like I'm going back to like even high school years too. They were almost always big eyes, big waist. It didn't matter ethnicity, background, religion, anything. Big eyes, big waist. Love it. And a small thing in your face. But no, big thing in your face. I want a big thing. But big eyes, big hips. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Other Ron loves this shit. That's the same thing, right? It's weird. I learned it. There was a past crush that I had, and I wanted it. There's a contestant on The Voice, on the most recent episode of The Voice we were watching, and I was like, holy shit, she reminds me of her. And I was like, oh my god, I think that's what it is. Plus the cat eye thing, she does the cat eye thing, and I was like that. That's like weirdly deceptive. Like, it's so weird how like weirdly hot that is. Isn't that weird? It's like that. I like that thing. So, I know I'm not the only guy with that. Like but she does this. She does something similar. The crush I'm talking about. She has something similar to that from, again, back in way when I was like 17 years old or something like that. And I was just like, holy shit, I think that's what it is. It's big. Doesn't matter the blue eyes, brown eyes, green eyes, blue brown eyes. I like the brown eyes. It doesn't matter. It's just big eyes, big hips. That's fucking sorry, Karen. Original Ron Kane, saying no sexy Forrest Whitaker or Buscemi. No, I like both eyes facing forward if possible. Also, and but it's a weird realization to realize your. So that'll be a subreddit that I'll be searching for probably later on this afternoon. Is big eyes, big hips subreddit. If there isn't one, I'm probably gonna start it, which is a weird thing. But there's definitely a category for it. I feel like there's a lane for it, and and I feel like it's kind of wholesome. Not that again, not trying to kink shame any feet people or anybody that like petite ladies or a big lady specifically, or race or religion, whatever it may be. I don't want to offend anybody, but I don't care. But it just seems more. It seems like, you know what? I just like you see the eyes when they're walking towards you. You see the hips when they're walking away. You go, hey man, that's a lovely lady. What a lovely gal. I know it's nice. I'm trying to be. You treat a lady nice, take her out for a McRib. You might get lucky. Who knows? I don't know who else is excited about the McRib. Anybody? Am I feel like I truly am the only person that is unironically excited about the McRib, because I was excited initially. I believe during like one of the first couple episodes of this show, I believe, or one of the first episodes I believe I've done. I did with Andy Malafarina. I was talking about the McRib, so I've been excited about this for a couple months now, and the McRib is back officially now. It's back. And I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's the greatest sandwich in the world. It's just the kind of trash I enjoy. And last time we talked about it, there was much discussion about your favorite seasonal fast food, or I don't know. Because one of the things, I don't know if I guess you can consider Wawa fast food depending on when you're there. There's the Gobbler that Josh Dway brought up, probably after he was disc golfing with Greg, you old son of a gun. There's the McRib. There's the Shamrock Shake. We got pumpkin spice. Whatever your regional pumpkin spice favorite thing may be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what yours is, but personally, mine I think is absolutely the McRib. It brings me back to one of my favorite, actually. Sorry, Batman movies. And just overall, just nice, unhealthy garbage food you can eat and enjoy in Florida. I love it. I haven't had any chance to drink my third cup of coffee. The two are already. It's an occasional treat, right? And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like a health concern. Karen's pounding off in the comments. It's a nice occasional treat for yourself, and that. It could be, but would it be an occasional treat, or would it be your go-to if it was year-round? I don't know. I don't know if it would be like a thing that it's not the best. It's not the best barbecue fucking pork you could ever get by any means, but it's also not necessarily. It's just like you said, it's an occasional treat. But like I think maybe it's like a health violation to have it year round, because people would fucking be even less healthy somehow because of the. I don't know. And there's the interesting thing about it though is like I don't believe that there's any other fast food chain that has a thing like that, like kind of like a weird what is this, the Big McHips. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, other Ron. Nice occasional treat too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we actually had McDonald's last night or yesterday. We needed something quick, it's an old standby, and it sucks because I feel like maybe the McRib came out like just after I left, and that frustrates me a little bit. But I'm a Mac boy as well, Karen. So, so I feel like if we go to a McDonald's and I'm there, see again, I don't even think it's consistent necessarily. Even when it comes out, I haven't tracked it. I haven't tracked the McRib release exactly, but actually, this is another thing that I will research for sure. So I will make a note of that. Komodo dragons and McRib releases. I'll actually try to figure out because it might be a regional thing. See, they are only allowing certain regions to have the McRib for a certain amount of time because otherwise it could be a health concern with the amount of diarrhea. So McRib release areas. Yeah, that's something. I'll get back to you guys with that research. But for now, I believe it's back. So that's a free ad for McDonald's. Not that they fucking need it, but just for from a Mac boy to his Mac boys and girls out in the chat and out here in YouTube lands. That's an official endorsement. I loves me some McRibs. If you want to send me a McRib, please. The McRib used to release in March. So you think this is maybe a COVID thing? I don't know. Maybe the supplies are short in garbage pork. Who knows? Maybe barbecue sauce reserves are low. I mean, it could be anything. But I will for sure research this because I want to get to the bottom of what's going on with the McRib. Also, I think hold on, what is that? Oh yeah, maturing. I got that. I'm mature. I love that I have on my show prep. I have maturing, and I also have the McRib is back, Harpy Eagle research, and McRib release. So I got a lot of range here. Like I said, I can't say it enough, but I can't stress this point enough either. The show GDP Live is focused around you guys, about me bettering myself, about me helping you better yourself as much as I possibly can, and being open to new things. And that's why I stopped erasing my emails from the word of the day thing that I got automatically signed up to somehow, probably from my friend Talone. Who knows? I don't know if it's a prank or whatever, but turns out, joke's on you, fuckface, because I got a segment out of it. So Pat's word of the day has been underwhelming as of this week so far. And I know it's only been one word, but Monday's word was weird. It was a weird. It's not that wasn't the word. It was bathos, which is an effect of anticlimax. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but it's an effect of anticlimax, which is kind of what the word bathos is. But it's also it doesn't mean that it's I believe John gave it a new bathos. I can't remember. Something about being, I can't remember. It was something, a brand new definition, but he also changed the word. So basically what we're saying is the word bathos, bathos, kind of useless. Kind of don't need it. Anticlimactic is a better word than bathos. Yeah, bathos. Bathos. But I can't remember what was the description. Do you remember, John? It was baethos, but I can't remember what your definition of bathos was. But moving forward, I think it was your girl is acting a fool. Okay, that's what it was. Bathos, right. So today's word of the day has potential because I definitely don't know what it is at all. Yeah, basically, John. I just read your message. Sorry, getting some PMs from old Johnny Montag. Not shareable. There is a new word of the day today from our word of the day calendar. Sorry, not word of the day calendar, but from wordgenius.com. Sorry, I forgot what it was. And it is the word. I'll spell the word first. You guys can try to, if maybe you know it, maybe not. You can try to pronounce it at home. I've been sounding them out. This is a weird one. This is a little strange, and I'm interested to find out what it is and how to say it exactly. But it's AGLET. That is AGLET. Careful saying it. Careful who you say it around. Because I don't know exactly how to pronounce this. I'm going to give it a shot. And it might be treacherous. Who knows? Maybe it'll be hilarious. It'll definitely be weird. But I think it's aglet. 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 Maybe if you're from Pennsylvania, it's aglet. AGLET. I don't know. But AGLET, it is a noun. Its origin is French. It's from the late 15th century, and it is a metal or plastic tube fixed tightly round each end of a shoelace. That's the little thing at the end of your shoelace. Now you know what that is. This is a very fruitful word because this is definitely going to come up in conversation every time you fucking put your shoes on. Now, every time you put your shoes on and you're tying your shoes, if you're an adult, if you don't just tie them together like I do and just slip them on all the time, if you're an adult and you tie your shoes every time you put them on, you're going to know that aglet is the little thing at the end of the shoelace, unless you already knew that. I don't know if you did or not. She already knew what it was. Fuck you, Karen. But now you're going to think of me discovering it. Right? Isn't this the plastic part of the... What? How does everybody know what aglet is? Did I say it right? Okay, hold on.
Aglet.
Nailed it. One more time.
Aglet.
I fucking nailed that one. I did not know what that was. That makes the picture make a lot more sense now, too. Doesn't that make a lot more sense? Why they have that picture? I was like, why do they have a picture of like a fucking hoodie or whatever? Karen and I are fucking geniuses. That's what John's saying in the chat. He's pounding off into the chat, and nobody's here to stop him. I can't stop him. He cannot be stopped. Him and Karen are fucking geniuses. They knew what aglets were. And apparently, I did a great job explaining it and saying it. That's a brand new word for me. That's a brand new fucking... That's the level of education you're dealing with here on the GDP Live. Limited. She is halfway to being a lawyer, but that doesn't mean you know what shoelaces are. You know? I honestly don't feel one of the qualifications for you knowing what a shoelace is I don't think that's one of them. I don't think there's one question on your fucking lawyer test that says you need to know what shoelaces are. Personally, if I may pound off a little bit live, that's all I'm doing is pounding off. Shoe Lawyer Esquire, I think not, John. I don't think so. All right. Sorry. Got a little heated there. I apologize, Karen. Please, don't pound off too hard. But I had no idea what that was. That is not on the bar exam. You don't know that. Because you're halfway there. How would you know that's on the bar exam? You haven't taken it. Conceited dumb guy. New character I'm working on. What's going on? So yeah, aglet is the little thing at the end of your shoelace. I learned something new. I would love it if anybody that didn't know that was brave enough to pound off in the comments. I was once a doctor. This is Ron pounding off in the comments. I was once a doctor, but some litigation stopped me from pursuing my passion. Well, that's a real shame, John. Ron. I almost said John. Other John. Karen saying international shoe. Oh wait, hold on. International shoe is one of the big cases in civil. No, I don't think so. And you know I can't say most of those words, Karen. Enough with the charade, the facade, and I can't spell those either. Okay, I can't spell anything. So, Ron is a disgraced ex-possible doctor, med student, maybe. Who knows? Karen's pounding off about her knowledge of shoelace, bragging of her knowledge of shoelaces. Sure, I didn't know what it was. I'm the odd man out. I'm the one who's wrong here, and that's my bad. I apologize. Bird law. Karen's also saying oh wait, hold on. It is, and it is a real case. Okay, well, whatever. But it has nothing to do. Does it have anything to do with the shoe end? And hold on a second. So if it is, that's how you know it. How the fuck did John know it? John's not a lawyer. I think he works in like dildo sales or something. I don't know what he. I honestly don't know what John does, but I know it's not dildo sales. It's not even meant to be an insult. I don't think you should be insulted about selling dildos whatsoever. John, I'm not trying to kink shame you. If that is what you do. Even if it isn't. Bird law would come in handy when it comes to Harpy steel cases and trying to get them onto the U.S. currency. Let's get them. If they're part of North America, we can throw them on our money. I think that should be one of the things Biden does in the first 100 days. Get the Harpy Eagle on our money. Get the bald one out of here because he's such a grumpy fuck. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended, guys. I did intend that pun because I did that on purpose. That was a smart joke too, by the way. He's a mean fuck because they get angry when they fuck. John's also saying, pounding off in the comments, fake sneakerhead. Also, dildo sales is the side hustle. Oh, okay. So he knows it from the other side of the law. Other Ron saying then, why did he sell me that dildo last week? I feel duped. No, it's a side hustle. Now you know. That's why he was in the van. Karen's pounding off. It has to do with his minimal contacts. I don't understand that. That might have been me getting too pounded off in my brain. Who knows? But I think I'm learning more and more. I learned that the McRib is back. I learned that Elliot Page is a person. I learned that bathos may suck and be anticlimactic. But that is bathos to a T. It's consistent. But Aglet's a lot cooler. And now that I know that, I was very confident that I was very, very confident that now that I knew what Aglet was, that I was going to be like, I was going to blow people's mind every time somebody mentioned shoes. Anytime somebody said like, oh, my kids learn how to tie their shoes. Oh, did you know the little thing at the end is called? And they're going to go, yeah, the Aglet. I'm going to go, yeah, me too. And then I'm going to go like, just because I know who I am, I'm going to go, when did you learn that? And they're going to go like, when I was like 17. And I'm going to go, oh, I learned it like last week. So that's all I had to talk about. You know what I mean? Like that's essentially and I'm going to be like, you guys hear about Harpy Eagles, or you guys know what those are? I got a campaign. I got a GoFundMe going on where I'm trying to get them on the U.S. currency. So wish me luck, you know. Harpy Eagle, right now, these are two things that I want to get going. I want to run them through 2021. I want to let it be known that now that'll be the contender. Facts that you think everybody knows or doesn't know. I want one interesting fact at least a week. I think Wednesdays will be interesting fact day because Aglet is kind of that's a weird thing that I had no idea. Wednesday will be our Snapple lid day. That'll be our lid day where we go, hey, did you know this? And you know what, Karen? I guarantee you won't know the next one. Probably. But you won't be honest about it. You won't pound off correctly in the comments. You won't say, oh, I'm not going to, yeah, that's right. I honestly didn't know that, Pat. That's very interesting. Thanks for sharing it. I know what it is. It's on my bar exam. No, it's not. It's not on your bar exam. So, interesting fact Wednesday. And we'll get a better name for it too. Interesting fact Wednesday. It's going to be a thing. I'm going to rub it in Karen's face every fucking time. Oh, man. Oh, wait. Wednesday. I got to remember. Also, John, please, just have mercy on me. For God's sakes, I know we're going to do more spelling bees besides the Xmas spelling bee. And anybody else that ever challenge. And by the way, there's an open challenge. Anybody that wants to challenge me to a mini spelling bee, we can go 5-on-5 words to find out who's the champ. Anybody is open for that. It doesn't have to be the whole show. Christmas spelling bee is going to be the whole show. We know that because me, John, and Manny, that's going to be delightful. That's going to be the most wonderful time of the year. So make sure you check that out. But for sure, if anybody wants to challenge me, but please, God, anybody that ever challenges me at any spelling contest, have mercy for fuck's sake. Don't give me the word Wednesday. I will never be able to spell Wednesday. I can try to say Wednesday phonetically, and it still doesn't help me. I will never be able to spell Wednesday, and I hate speaking in absolutes like that. And I hate saying that like I know the future, but from my experience, 34 years, not even close. So interesting fact, WED, is on the board. That's going to be a new interesting fact every Wednesday. And obviously, definitely more animal research. If nature truly is as fucking lit as Reddit suggests, there will absolutely be more fun, interesting, and otherwise animal facts on every day. I'm sure every day that we do this, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all of them. If I can't say one of them, I'm not going to say any of them. All right. I don't hate when women show me up. I just hate when they brag about their knowledge. That's all. I like it. I like it to be as equal as possible. And to be equal with me, you got to lower quite a bit. So if you know what aglet was already, I can't even say it anymore, then yeah, it's already uneven, and that's my bad. So in closing, I just want to say I'm sorry, Karen. I'm so sorry, everybody on YouTube, and I'm sorry, everybody pounding off in the chat, but I will be better by Friday, I promise. And I'll see you guys then. I love you all. Goodbye.